Hey there, fellow botanists. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to The Altars. Episode 5, Growing Better Grub. Alright, Jan wants to talk to us in the kitchen. Or scientist. Are you settling in?
So, how are you? Settling in all right? Settling in is overrated. I analyze reality from wherever I am, however uncomfortable the angle. There's always an observation to be made. I'd love to hear what you managed to observe. This place is not run optimally.
Don't worry, I've got this. I'm just following Ally Corp protocol, or can you teach me how to run it better?
Yeah, I know. I wasn't trained to command a mission. But now that you're here, with your experience, I'd love to pick your brain. Do you think you could mentor me? Good thinking. First of all, you need to set long-term goals and draw up a roadmap for each of them. Remember to include all unpredictable variables in the equation. That way you can have contingency plans at the ready for each instance. All right, slow down. Prioritize resources. Do not waste time on idle conversations with the crew. Hide the booze. Don't be cheap on coffee. That slow enough for you?
Team building is important. No booze, no way. Or idle conversations like this one?
Hey, you've just crossed out every team building exercise on my list. The people are there for the mission, not the other way round. Truth is, I really wish we could make use of the tech I worked on for all these imaginary years. It would make things so much easier if it existed. So what exactly was your research about? Nanotech in space exploration. We went from a humble startup to making headlines in a few months. Taking our solutions to the front line was my dream come true. The data we could bring back.
You had big plans for, or sounds like an elusive dream?
You had big plans for it. Well, now it's all gone. Yeah. I understand how lousy that must feel. Honestly, I don't think you do. But I hope we're not going to sit around crying about it. There's work to be done, here and now. That's true. Well, let's get to it then.
You want to talk again? Okay. Oh, he wants a rubber duck.
Hey, I found this. I brought it on this mission, but thought that maybe it could mean something to you too. Marie? Marie Skwitkowska? Where the hell did you find that old thing? Oh, I use it as an anti-stress ball, so it's always lying around. Anti-stress ball? This duck was the first audience for so many papers I wrote. Time for Marie to get back to her proper job.
So taking a look at the altars here. Relaxed, calm, enthusiastic, and feeling okay. The technician is scared we won't cross the river, and Jan, the scientist, is happy we got the duck back. The other thing to note is, depending on their moods, they work different amounts. So Jan, because he's like in a good mood, is working 12 hours, whereas the technician is only working 9. And the worse moods they are, the less they work. Or maybe not at all. And then the chip upgrade that we got here is the consequence. So base expansion, a gym, a contemplation room, medium storage, which is more efficient. That comes in later. probe upgrades, cheaper climbing, and a hub pylon, which has greater range than the standard one. And there's a call available.
About time. I'm in some deep shit here.
So you're not at your destination yet?
I'm stuck. We're stuck. There's a freaking lava river blocking our way.
Do you think you can cross it?
I'm on it. Just need a little time.
Right. Well, I got in touch because I have some news for you. Good news and, well, just news.
What's the bad news?
You didn't listen. There's no bad news. First of all, I've been informed that a rescue party is being organized.
Organized. You mean they're not on their way yet? What the hell are you waiting for?
Mr. Dosky, please, calm down. No matter how long the procession, it will always end up in church.
What?
Just the thing my grandma used to say when I was a kid and tired of doing my homework.
Except this is not about your homework.
Sure. But you gotta understand, your mission got dispatched pretty far away. We still haven't mastered teleport.
How long do you think it'll take them to get organized?
All I can say is, they know it's an emergency.
Wow. That long?
Don't shoot the messenger, man. I'm really trying to help.
I thought you were responsible for the navigation system. Isn't it your job to make sure we're safe wherever it sends us?
Well, it's what I'm doing right now, isn't it? Making sure you're safe. Step by step, we'll get your procession safely to church.
So, what's the other news?
Well, I know you have a lot on your plate right now, but there's a request from my boss directly. Before we get you out of there, we want you to retrieve as much Rapidium as possible.
I can either respond with now when I'm in the middle of this, or figures. I'm worthless to you without Rapidium. How much would you like to know what the boot tastes like?
Huh. Figures. They don't want to lose their chance. Probably worthless to your higher-ups without Rapidium anyway.
It's sure gonna give your rescue mission wings, if that's your kind of incentive.
Of course.
My boss will want to speak to you shortly. And you'll see how important it is. He's not some kind of empty three-piece suit if that's what you're afraid of. I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but it was his idea to, you know, let you in on the branching procedure. By the way, is your altar doing any better?
Yeah. We're getting along pretty well now. Thanks.
That's very good to hear.
Is this about you wanting to talk to him again?
No. No, none of that. My boss put it out of my mind. Best not to mess things up even more.
So, you admit it's a mess.
What? No, we just... You know what? I'm not commenting on that. Talk to my boss about it.
Tell me more about this boss of yours. You mention him a lot.
He's the head of mining operations. Great mind, very open. You'll see. Doesn't normally do this, you know. Talk to people on space missions in person.
Oh, I feel so blessed.
You should. He saved your life, in a way.
What's gonna happen to my altars back on Earth?
I don't know. I'm sure my boss will think of something. He always knows what to do.
You either really trust him or you're very good at not saying anything.
Maybe both. I'm not a natural talker.
Ever tried working on it? You know, with a professional?
Not really. But My sister wanted to be a therapist and she practiced on me when I was 5.
Oh? And how did that go?
She turned to breeding hamsters. I hope you're not laughing.
Okay. I better get back to work then.
Yes. Just remember about the Rapidian, Mr. Dalsky. And wait for contact from my boss.
Your life path has been updated. New branches are possible. So let's check out the QC and see what it's informing us of. So we already have the technician. We already have the scientist. Should I make another altar? And the altars that we could make, let me go over the options now. So the doctor is qubit 3. We can't make a doctor. We are able to make a miner. We are able to make a refiner. We are not able to make a guard. That's qubit 3. And we are able to make a botanist. So, as you can imagine, the miner is better at mining, the refiner is better at refining, and the botanist is better at greenhousing. There's also, as you can see, like, even further forks. So, like, the refining fork leads to the work fork for, oh, I didn't mean to hit that, for the workshop crafter. And then the doctor fork leads to a shrink fork as well. You guys do want me to make another altar. What altar to make? So we've got a miner, a botanist, and a refiner. And we don't have a ton of time to vote because I would like to start it now and then sleep. So let's not leave the QC just yet. So the advantage of the miner is obviously mining resource acquisition would be faster. The advantage of the botanist would be we would be able to grow more crops in the greenhouse, and the crops that we grow are not mush. So the quality, the morale and the quality of our food would go up. And the refiner would allow us to refine the enriched metals and the polymers and other refinery projects more quickly. Alright, it looks like the botanist fork is winning. And the botanist fork takes on where... we were working as a taxi driver, and we got back to square one, and then we were holding on about her position to stay and maybe possibly try to find a second job, basically try to salvage our relationship, but instead letting go. This is it. Where she goes, you follow. Time to let go of your fears and just trust her. Things will work out as long as you have each other. Alright, to briefly skim his life, which has only forked very recently. Never been better at age 32. Look at her, so happy about her promotion. And to partner already, So she is, Lena's doing great, and things have never been better between the two of us. Trading places, a Dolly mission. She wanted to go so much. Put her work to the test, but she can't. You'll have to do it for her. You're apprehensive, out of shape, and well, you know. And then we onboarded. And if we take a look at the womb, it should be T-minus roughly 8 hours. Yep. Alright, the other thing we're going to want is the greenhouse. It's a big old thing. I don't have enough for an elevator. I wonder if I can Jenga it properly. Greenhouse next to the kitchen makes sense. And then storage here. Yeah, Jenga. I'm sure there's a better layout than this, but it works. Yeah, no, this will be just fine. So let's go check out the greenhouse. We just built it. We have, so as you can see, we can do raw food and raw food package, and the and soon we'll have a person working in here. Okay. Feels pretty good. Let's head to sleep. We have someone important to meet tomorrow. The new altar is ready. Oh, technician and scientists are arguing in the kitchen.
Man, I'm telling you, we need it.
Quality of food. The alters argue about the quality of food given to them. Scientist wants to stick to the mush diet. Technician demands they be fed quality meals. So, I'm going to agree to the quality meals. Because I literally already have a botanist coming. Might as well side with Jan, the technician.
And I'm telling you, this is the least important of our priorities.
So the scientist is obviously all work, no fun. But not really many people are going to agree with that.
Hey man, can you hear me? Where am I? What is this? Take it easy. You're on strong sedatives. What the hell?
No, you're not hallucinating. Hello to you too. Or you're confused. That's fine.
No, you're not hallucinating. Then who? Relax. I'll tell you everything. But right now, we need to focus on you, just to make sure you're all right. Can you answer a few questions for me? Okay. Do you remember who you are?
I'm Jan. Jan Dolsky.
Good. And what is your role on this mission, Jan? I'm a botanist. So, wait, this is it? The mission? Did we land? Yes. Don't worry. We're safe. But, so, where's the captain? I'm the captain in this base. But I don't get it. Why do you look like me? Are you real? Just as real as you. Then, what's going on? It's like we're alternative versions of the same person. Wow. But why is this happening?
I can either respond with, I need to multiply myself to survive, or I had to create a crew to save the mission.
Okay. There was a bad accident during the landing. No one else survived. I had to use my DNA to recreate a crew if I wanted to save the mission. That doesn't make any sense. We're not exactly the same. Yes, we're different. You made different decisions in your life. I'm not sure I understand. You know what? I think you should just rest a little and read the mission logs. You'll find all the answers there. Sure. Yeah, mission logs, so why not? Hey, wait. If all this is... If I mean... What about my wife? Where is she? I need to know.
Oh, this is tricky. Okay, she's on Earth, and we need to figure out how to get there. She's not exactly your wife, or she's perfectly fine and waiting for you. Yeah. Don't really know how to break it to him. But, oh! Or a crash to desktop. Now, if you're wondering, it's worth noting that if in any point you save scum, you load a previous save, it will actually, the game will display your previous choices. Now, it doesn't do it here because I didn't save scum, I crashed. It's a little bit different. But it does actually, the game has a built-in function, which I thought was brilliant, where you can fork your own game. You can branch your own game into different choices. So if you go a day and you don't like the choices you made, you can sort of load the previous day and make different choices, and it will highlight your previous choices, which is just an interesting mechanic. All right, so you just said she's on Earth, just need to figure out how to get there?
She's on Earth, and we need to figure out how to get there. Okay. Okay. What do you want from me? We'll need all the help we can get. Someone to run the greenhouse, prep the food, so on. Trust me, you'll have a lot to do. I'm not sure I'm ready to work just like that. Right. Like I said, rest, go through the logs, meet the rest of the crew, and let's talk again in a while. Yeah, I'll see you around.
So, I don't believe he can... Oh, he can be assigned. Alright, enjoy it, dude. Alright, what do we need right now? We are very low on metals. So, let's get some metals. And then we also needed one more pylon to be able to connect up the minerals. So I need to build a pylon package, which again is metals. Alright, looking for shallow metals. There's shallow metals roughly near this outpost, but this outpost is not yet connected, because that will be the quickest way to get metals, or the metals here. So let's go ahead and I could refine them too. You know, actually, maybe I'll refine them instead. Because we have room for more materials. So the refinery is one floor down.
Come and find me when you have a moment.
And I'll talk to scientist right now.
So, did you find a solution to our problem? Yes, it's super simple. We'll build a bridge. Oh, just like that? Well, it can't be a regular bridge, of course. We don't have the time nor the manpower to accomplish that. However, there is a certain technology that came to my mind, superconductive bridge anchors. They could allow us to quickly span a light but durable construction across our obstacle. Wow, great. Sounds exciting. Yes, but... Oh, here we go. Cut out the sarcasm. It's not my fault this excursion was prepared by a dilettante. Blueprints for the anchors should be standard equipage for every mission since Project Versant went live, but not on this one. They should fire the logistician, if there ever was one. Versant? Versatile Synthetics Program. One of my undergraduate students went to work for them, had some impressive achievements, including designing bridge anchors for heavy exploration equipment. You'd think it would be obvious, but no. Tell me about it. It's so typical of Ally Corp to send people on a mission and then leave them stranded without proper equipment. I hope you're not feeling sorry for yourself, because we need to act. You are in touch with mining operations, right? Yeah, I am. Why? Next time you talk to someone from mining ops, tell them to send over the anchor blueprints from Versant. Once we have them, things will go back to super simple. You'll see. All right, will do.
All right, now that he's done with that, let's go ahead and queue up another research. There is the internal analysis tool, and then after that we'll do a recycler. I did get the pylon up, so let's deploy those pylons. I just need to deploy a pylon roughly around here, and then we'll be connected. Burning through my suit energy. Oh, I never finished making them. Oh, shoot, right. Alright, let's work our way back. Do I have, no, I don't have any drill cartridges either. Although this path to the pylon is definitely easier to traverse, so next time I'll just walk this one.
Jan, there's an issue we need to discuss. Let's meet. So, what do you got for me? An invention I'm particularly proud of. The illuminator. You mean a flashlight? You have a talent for making extraordinary things sound mundane. It's not just a flashlight, Jan. Tell me, when you encounter these distortions, what is your priority? Honestly, you're the one who's interested in them. I just want to avoid them and get on with my mission. Now you'll be able to do it. Okay. How? Professor Frankov discovered that certain frequencies of light waves can be used to peer into proximity planes, to study them. I've used his observations to create my illuminator so it can reveal elements of the interval hidden to the human eye. But it also has another, more pragmatic application. It can help to eliminate distortions. You mean destroy them for good? I'm just giving you a tool. You decide how to use it. You see, distortions are created around puncture points between potential universes. That much we know. But now, with the illuminator, they should become much more visible to you. Focusing the illuminator's light waves exactly on the puncture point will allow you to seal that rift. You could compare it to cauterizing a wound. Damn, that does sound promising. Indeed. Now you see why I don't like calling it a flashlight.
All right, taking a look at the research here. We now have the ability to make illuminator. After we do that, let's go ahead with cheaper batteries to try to get cheaper climbing, because we've been going through our suit batteries pretty quickly. And get out there and drop that last pylon to get the minerals. And then after we get the minerals, we can make that illuminator. So I'm going to check that optional task. Oh, this is the optional task for the square meals. And after I get the minerals mining station done, I think I might go for some shallow resource nodes before end of day, before radiation peaks. There we go. So, we've got shallow metals this way. And he's only a little irradiated, not too worried about that yet. Alright, let's go for the shallow rupidium. We're down to 34 rupidium. Wouldn't hurt to get a little bit more. And let's go and assignments. We're going to have the technician do workshop stuff. And I'm going to queue up 2 radiation filters and a drill cartridge, and the illuminator, which I'll drag to the top of the queue. Alright, mined out. Now we have... I could go for the shallow organics, I suppose. Nice. And there's another thing of shallow organics straight ahead, pretty close to the base, so I can return before the radiation sets in. Although, it's pretty late in the day. There. Got one node. And the technician has already recovered from the radiation burn. But we can keep him inside tomorrow so he doesn't suffer anymore from radiation. So, let's go ahead and take stock of the base, see what's going on. Also, the botanist wants to talk to us. So, there's a low failure risk of machinery and the kitchen because it needs to, some base maintenance. And we have 4 days of radiation filters. We have done with one of the raw food packages, which means in the kitchen we ought to be able to actually provide some food, not some mush. And the botanist wants to chat with us in the door. Oh no, he just moved. Yo, get back here. He's in the research lab now. Yo, hold up, dude. Stop walking away from me.
Hey, everything okay on your side? Actually, I was going to approach you. Do you think... Is there any way I can go back to my life, I mean?
Ooh, tough question. Let's start with getting back to Earth. What would be the first thing you do? Or there's no such thing as your life. Ouch.
Imagine there was a way, and you could go back. What would be the first thing you'd do? That's a no-brainer. I'd check up on Lena. I'm worried to death about her.
Lena is no damsel in distress, or why are you worried? I don't think he's fully come to grips with the fact that his relationship with Lena is not all that relevant. It's my relationship with Lena, and she's an ex. And she's been an ex for like 10 years now. But, I mean, he's grappling with it, I guess.
Why would you be worried? No, forget I said that. I think I'm still a little confused, that's all.
Work is the answer, or you miss her? I think he seems to be a bit of a soft soul, if I could nudge your decisions in one way or another.
You miss her, don't you?
I don't know how to answer that, man. I mean, she doesn't mean the same thing to me as she does to you, but okay.
Of
Oh,
course
you guys flipped that hard.
Suddenly, everything's gone. Just like that. It's brutal. I'll need more time to even start hoping to come to terms with it. Sure, take your time. But remember, you're needed here. Yeah. I'll do my best to find some sense in it.
Okay, alters, how we doing? Annoyed, smiling, and feeling okay. Well, the technician will be a lot less annoyed when he gets good food. He did say that we'd look back and he'd be the easiest one to deal with, and I'm not sure that that's been true so far. But alright, here's the thing. Cooked meals. So we have 10 raw food. So I am going to... queue some of this up, and I'm going to cook it myself. We have some time before EOD. It's not quite enough to fulfill the requirements, but I'll work on it tomorrow. In fact, assignments. Technician, you get to work in the kitchen tomorrow. You're the one that wanted the square meals, so that's on you, bud. You do it. Alright, the first thing I want to do is craft the illuminator, because those anomalies are a nightmare to deal with. And then I'll make some rad filters and check up on our repair kits and stuff like that.
All done. Should I take care of this now?
Do base maintenance? Yes, sounds good. Okay, so we've got 5 rad filters, 3 repair kits, a drill cartridge, and that all looks well. And we've got 8 cooked meals in storage right now. So one thing that you can do is hit middle mouse to set an uphold amount. So I'm going to say cook until there is there's 4 of us, so 12 meals at all times. With that said, we don't exactly have the raw food at the moment because the botanist needs to, you know, do some more farming.
Long day, huh?
And then the other thing is I can set an uphold so that we always make at least 20 raw food. So now we are, at the very minimum, going to have 3 days of meals and 20 spare raw food. And similarly over here, I'm going to do an uphold of 5 rad filters and 3 repair kits, which we already have, but I want to keep that in stock at all times. Thank you for tuning in to The Alters, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. But please keep in mind I've asked for no backseating and no spoiler, so if you could respect that, that would be great. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow alters.